Part of the things that I have realized have been holding people back from actually achieving their health goals is the nutrition myths that always fly around. And in this video, we're going to be busting 5 nutrition myths, common nutrition myths. Number 5 and number 1 will blow your mind. I'm going to start with the 5th one. Natural sugar is always healthy. People think or say that because it's natural, no matter how much I consume it, it's still healthy. Here's the thing. Certain foods could be healthy. However, how you consume it or how much you consume it could make it less healthier or in fact unhealthy. A common example is honey versus sugar. People tend to line up behind honey because honey is natural. It gives this natural sweetness as opposed to sugar, which is refined. And as a matter of fact, honey contains other nutrients that sugar do not contain. But because honey is a natural form or natural source of sugar, does not mean you should consume it in excess. Once you start consuming honey in excess or other natural food in excess, it becomes unhealthy, and that's where you are sabotaging your health. And so even the healthiest of food on earth can become unhealthy or less healthier depending on how you use it or how you consume it. You know that saying that overusing a good thing or too much of a good thing, and in this context, a good food, overusing it can make it bad for your health. The 4th myth is that eating late at night makes you fat. I don't know who came up with this myth, but it's ridiculous. It's more like, listen, calories do not wear wristwatches to say once it is 8 p.m., every food eaten, every calorie intake automatically converts to fat. Your body does not do that. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to say or encourage that you start loading up on heavy meals late at night. But what truly matters is your total calorie intake and expenditure. I think that this is one of the reasons why people have held on to this myth. It is that you're less active at night, and sometimes when you have cravings at night, you tend to satisfy it with, fried foods, and sometimes you even overeat more than you even should eat in the first place. But then here is a balance to it. If you are genuinely hungry at night, here are a few things you should do. Eat light meals. A good example is salad and boiled eggs. And you have to eat it. It is encouraged that you eat it at least 3 hours away from your bedtime. And this is one of the things I recommend that you also do. Have a few minutes of physical activity after your meal before your bedtime. And so it is not essentially about timing. It is all about eating the right amount of food and eating just what you need, and also the type of food that you eat. Don't overload on junk foods at night. Just eat light, healthy meals and just about what you need. Now onto the 3rd myth. Skipping meals equals weight loss. Now, many people use skipping of meals as a fast route to losing weight. But here's the thing, you're certainly cutting down calories, but in exchange to that, you're messing up your hunger hormones because they are so high and your cravings are just off the roof. And by the time you decide to actually eat, you overcompensate, eating more than you should actually eat or eating more than you have planned to eat. So here is the wise thing to do. Eat controlled portions of meals, keep your body physically active, stay hydrated, manage stress, and sleep well. That way, you would have your weight under control without skipping any meals. Let's head on to the 2nd myth. I got into trouble once because of this myth, and that is detox tea. I really wish to imagine the look on your face now. IG and TikTok vendors are all about your money, right? These things that they sell to you guys are purely overhyped laxatives. Here is the truth you may not know. The body has 2 powerful organs that work as a team to help your body naturally detoxify: the liver and the kidneys. They work hand in hand to help you detoxify and get rid of toxins and waste products. So what you should do to help these organs carry out their function properly is to drink enough water, eat your veggies. These are the guys that empower your kidney and your liver to actually pull out their operations in detoxifying your body. Drink enough water, eat veggies, sleep well. Very important. As simple as it sounds, sleep is one powerful tool that helps your body to detoxify. So sleep well and stick to your herbs. Add herbs and some spices to your diet, your ginger, your garlic, all these little things. They have the minerals and the resources that just in agreement with your liver and your kidney, they help you to detoxify naturally. So instead of wasting your money on detox tea from IG vendors and TikTok vendors, buy veggies, eat them, drink water, sleep. You save yourself money and you save your body distress. Because one thing about overusing this detox tea is that it just messes up with your digestive system. And that's the truth. They are not going to tell you, but I'm here to tell you the truth. Now, to the first and greatest myth of all time. You most likely have heard this 1,000 or 1,000,000 times, that carbs are the enemy. Carbs make you fat. But the truth is, you need carbs. If anyone tells you to take carbs off your plate, they don't want the best for you. I mean, your brain literally runs on glucose. But here's the thing you must understand about carbs. Carbs are not created equally. There is the refined carbs, which when you consume them, they digest quickly, rapidly increasing your blood sugar level. You find refined carbs in your white bread, your pasta, your sodas, and your pastries, and all those highly processed foods. So when you consume them, they digest quickly, increasing your blood sugar level so rapidly. And those are the ones that you should be on the lookout for. I tell people to cut down on those sources of carbohydrates. But there is also the natural complex carbohydrates. You find this in plantain, you find it in potatoes, you find it in your whole grains, etc., even in your beans, right? And the interesting thing about complex carbohydrates is that, in contrast to refined carbs, they keep you fuller for a long period of time, they stabilize your energy, and they digest slowly. And so once you hear the myth that carbs are the enemy, don't take it in. Don't say, oh, carbs are making me fat, and then you take carbs off your plate. You are messing up with your hormones, you're messing up with your brain, you're messing up with your cognitive ability, you're messing up with your overall health. So carbs are not the enemy. It depends on your source, which is either refined carbs or the complex natural carbohydrates, and it also depends on how much you consume them. And these are the 5 myths you really need to ditch and bury in 2025. May not follow you enter 2026. So anyways, let me know in the comments which of these you've been a victim of, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.